11-day creativity challenge. Okay, y'all. So I was like looking this up. I'm like, what was 11-day creativity challenge? Okay, so let's talk about mental health or whatever in art therapy. So why do art for therapy? Um, art therapy is a form. This is what I'm getting this from Google. Let me make sure this is going. Okay. So sorry. So I said it's an 11-day art, but when you look it up, it's an 11-day creativity challenge. So why do art therapy? Art therapy is a form of therapy that can help people improve their mental and physical health in many ways, including emotional expression. Art therapy provides a nonverbal way to communicate and express feelings, which can help people reconcile emotional conflicts and promote self-awareness. So art therapy provides a nonverbal way to communicate and express feelings. So it could be something that an introvert may want to do. Like you can paint. Like sometimes I just feel like painting. Sometimes I feel like drawing. Sometimes I feel like sewing or whatever. So that's what it is. So and it's good to like take something that you would think is made one way and try to make it into another way. What else? So which can help people reconcile emotional conflicts and promote self-awareness. So right now you can like look at what I'm doing with, let's talk about some of the stuff that I'm working on, like things that I'm into. So I work on my son's space. My son's space, I have it out like it's like heaven, right? Like I put a tent in there, everything in there is white. So either white or silver. I don't try to like glitter it up or anything. It's not for me. So the house is like art therapy for me too. So my son's space, I went ahead and just like rolled the bed out and like put everything up. Only thing I don't have in there is blankets, and it's cold. It's like really cold in that room. So even if he was to come back, we would have to like be in the same room. So because I have the heat off until the neighbor moves himself out. So that's what it is. So when I think about my son's face, I'm thinking about heaven. Like I'm thinking about something grandiose because now he is now that family that I did not have. Like so he's like my mother to me. He's like Aubrey to me. He's like everything to me that I didn't get a chance to have for real. He's like my aunt to me. He's like my grandmother for me. He's like my great grandmother for me. So that's why the space is just a very important space to keep open and keep decorated and all the different stuff. So I always do his room first. And this time I just had a chance to do all of my stuff first. So everything I do his room little by little. Like it's like when I'm usually decorating for the house, I usually just go buy everything. I buy $400-$500, whatever. I go buy his bed. I go buy all his stuff. I go put all his stuff together. I make sure I get everything for him first. Once I get everything ready for him, so this time it's like take your time because he's a new person. So everything in there is like, I think of it as white and clean. Like it'll be a new person for me because he hasn't been with me for a few years. You see what I'm saying? So then when I go into the flower room, that's the room where I'm just always consistently trying to put flowers. So right now, when I focus on the room, I focus on flowers. I focus on paper dolls. I got the Lego works done. So everything is still about me. I got the gate. I got the fashion. So I try to make it a garden every time I think about something. So you can analyze that too. Like, why do I need a garden? Like, we've always had a garden. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't think that my family needs to be plucked anymore. We don't need to be moved, transferred, anything anymore. Like the crazy people have to be locked up. Like we are not crazy. So that's the problem. Like, it's like, that's it for me. It's like, this is the room of life. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I feel like it's a room of life. And it's unstable because it's like at a halt. Like everything in there is fake. Like I don't have any real plants or anything in there, which I gotta bring my plants in, but it's like I don't have any real plants in there. I had the plants out on the porch. but I can't either because of how they keep messing with the house. So if I bring the plants in, they'll die. So everything in there is just, it's like just fake flowers. You see what I'm saying? Um, and then I move into the bathroom, and so in the bathroom I just made it black because it's like, what's wrong with having black? Black is beautiful. Black is gorgeous. Black is just like, black is black. It's gorgeous. When I saw the black lace, because it was in the bathroom, was inspired by just a piece of black lace, and I didn't do anything to with the black lace in the bathroom. So I just used the color black as the inspiration. Like, so it's like I just focused on like just making it black. I mean, for real. Like, I think about, I got black roses in there. I put Rihanna and her doll in there. I love that. Rihanna and the doll were inspiration for it too. So I found the black lace, and then I saw Rihanna and the doll, and it was for Shia Pirelli, which is my brand. So I was like, this is like a good space to put black in. Like, nobody really ever does the bathroom black. I am the person that will take two or three different hues of black and create layers so that you could see the black. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if I was to do this, like really paint the room and everything, I would actually probably take like a glitter black and a matte black on top of a satin paint, and then create like a pattern. You see what I'm saying? That you can see with the glitter black and a satin black. I mean, and the matte black. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I do. I stack blacks. I stack different hues, like the different hues or whatever, different levels of the hues. And then my kitchen is the day of the dead because I don't have family in there, but like, y'all always using a device, so it's always like, it's always gonna bring up a memory for me. So the kitchen is like just skulls, and I've been having fun with those too. Like, I've been wanting to use like the blue and white, like Asian, like that pattern or whatever. So I was able to find some napkins that like I could decoupage with this blue and white. I love it. Like, I did like 3 skulls like that. So it's like, that's what it is for me. Like, I'm loving what I'm doing, but if you look at it, if you analyze it from your point of view, what would you think? You see what I'm saying? Like, what do you think I'm going through? You see what I'm saying? Something else that'll help you too is, like, I always talk about this, y'all, is your chakra. Like, if you do a chakra test and you see where your chakra lacks at, that's usually like something where it's like, okay, let me do this. So it's like, that's something that you can do like every year to help yourself. Like, when you're doing like your planning for your vision boards and stuff like that, I would think about doing a chakra test or whatever. It's like, I would do chakra and I would do an Ayurveda test every year. Because even though you you may eat certain foods, because Ayurveda has something to do with your diet. So it'll be like, even though you maybe like already eating certain foods, maybe you eating the same stuff over and over again, maybe you need to read and like introduce yourself to something else new. Some things that I added to my diet this year were like um lazy sushi. I like that. um I love onions, but I haven't had the taste for onions, so I'm gonna actually force myself today to make some onion rings and stuff like that. um Lemon curd. I already have crumpets. I already eat crumpets, but lemon curd. What else? It was like, what else did I add? Miso paste. Like, I love miso soup. Y'all, I'm talking about, I go crazy over miso soup. So I got the miso paste to add into recipes and different things like that. So it's like, these are things that like you want to look at and see, okay, how is that? I moved away from ghee and now I just do plant-based butter. It's this new like vegan line called Vita Life, and they have like butter, sour cream, and cream cheese, and the stuff is delicious. Like, all three, the butter, the sour cream, and the cream cheese are delicious. So every time I go to Whole Foods, they have it on sale. If I had the money, if I don't buy anything at Whole Foods, I just make sure I get a slab of butter. So that's it. It's like, that's what it is. Like, so you see what I'm saying? So these are things I could draw inside my art therapy journal or whatever. Mental health. So art therapy is for mental health. Art therapy can help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression and improve emotional resilience and self-confidence because you did it, you completed it. Every time I go through my I got a new happy planner. So every time I go through my happy planner, I'm like, okay, I did that. I completed that. I made that. I did this. And I make it. Like, I draw it out. I sketch it. You come into my house, you'll be like, oh my gosh, she just threw pieces of wood together. I really did. That's the design of the house. So like everything in the house is like mainly handmade. Table, bars, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I bought for real were like chairs. Like, I actually invested in chairs. I actually bought something to sleep on, but I would have made it too. I was actually thinking of just stuffing like just getting a bunch of clothes from Perennial and just like old blankets and stuff and just stuffing it into something and making myself somewhere to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those are the things. So it's like it creates self confidence because you did it. And that's how you get the emotional resilience. This one guy who always talks about in order for you to have great relationships, you actually have to not lie to yourself. You see what I'm saying? So it's like don't lie to yourself. So also emotional resilience because you are going to make mistakes. Like it's like it is inevitable. Like I just was like designing bags and stuff, and it's like, well, I gotta rip some apart because I put two sides together wrong or something like that. Like it's like I don't ever have a map of designing the bag, so I don't ever have a a pattern. So it's like I'm figuring out as I go. Like I create the patterns in my head or designs or the shapes that I want to see. And so that's it. It's like if you do it, if you complete it, or even if you don't, guess what? You still dope. You tried. You tried. Like you did it, girl. You did. I made a coat. I still haven't finished it, y'all. I have to make the pockets and all this stuff, but it's a kimono coat. It's just it's so big. I still got to put the hood on it. I wanted to put it like it was Little Red Riding Hood. So it's like everything else now is hand stitching, and I haven't done it yet. Pain management, art therapy. I mean, it can also help people feel more in control of their lives. Exactly, because it's like, why would I have to depend on you and I can make it? Why would I have to do that and I can make it? I can make plant-based butter. I can make it. You said I don't have to depend on you, so don't go mess up the butter. I'm just telling people it's very delicious. Okay. Pain management. Art therapy can help people manage pain by shifting their focus away from the painful stimulus. Like I believe that too. Also breathing, like if you do yoga, like yoga teaches you that breathing can help you get through pain too. It's like it won't be as bad if you breathe through it. Communication and concentration. Art therapy can help improve communication and concentration. First off, if you are making something that's about you and you planned it about you and you created it about you, then you're able to communicate about you. The concentration part comes in is because you have to stay focused on what you're making for you. So that's why it's like that. Self-esteem. Art therapy can help increase self-esteem and self-awareness. Exactly. So it helps you get to know yourself. If you like to be really particular, then you can be particular. If you don't, if you don't only be going to be that disciplined in your art, then you don't have to be that disciplined in the art. Like some people, I mean, it's like they always want to do everything step by step, and it has to be so straight, and it has to be this, that, and the other. So I just made paper dolls where I had to cut them out with paper. I put masking tape on the back of them and I cut it out of the paper. And so I was like, let me see how this looks with the glow forge. So you see what I'm saying? So now I can be really, really stable with this. But I do have a dual personality. I am an introvert and extrovert equally. So it's like that's what it is. It's like my personality shows because I will do something twice. I don't want to do it 3 times, but I do it twice. Addiction recovery. And also paint looks good on cardboard. Crayola paint looks really good on cardboard. Um Communicate. I always keep something in the house, y'all. I can paint. Communication and concentration. Art therapy can I already did that. Self-esteem. Art therapy. Okay, I did that. Addiction recovery. Art therapy can help people learn to focus, build discipline, and live a healthy life. Exactly, if you can do it without stealing. Because some people steal, and so then they become more of an addict because they're stealing from other artists. You see what I'm saying? Quality of life. Art therapy can enhance the quality of life for adult cancer patients. That's cold. That's too. You're right, because they have to now focus on themselves, so now they can get off the devices. You see what I'm saying? Language intelligibility. Art therapy can improve language intelligibility and social skills for children with cerebral palsy. That's dope. So those are all reasons why you can do art therapy. Those last two came out of nowhere for me, but that's it. Okay, so what is art therapy? Art therapy is an effective treatment for persons experiencing developmental, medical, educational, social, or psychological impairment. A key to in art therapy is to improve or restore the client's functioning and his or her sense of personal well-being. So like I do a lot of art, y'all, and I'm telling you, it is like so refreshing. Art therapy is very refreshing for me. So let's talk about like maybe an art journal. So how do you what is the thing to do for journaling? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like because then you can like create every day and you can even write. You see what I'm saying? Like some pages you can make just to write. So having an art journal is fun. So that's one reason. You can create every day. There's no pressure or fear. You get to grow artistically and personally. I'm talking about you will be able to just do so much with this. Think about when you are doing an art journal. I was telling somebody I got a little art journal because I couldn't carry around big paper anymore. And so I fill the journal up in like a day or two. But it's the fact that like if I get 100-page sketchbook, I like that I don't feel it. I don't want to fill it up. It's kind of like I kind of keep some of my cabinets empty. You want to think about the paper. Um, if you watercolor, you don't want thin paper. But you can use gesso too. I have issues with touching, like feeling on my hands and stuff. It's like very, very sensitive. So I don't like I try to get like a mid grade paper. I don't like try to get the cheapest because I hate that like paper we used to have in school to draw with. It actually like irritates my hand. You want to think about the binding. I prefer like if I'm doing like a bullet journal notebook, I prefer like a complete binder, like where it's like no type of like a book binding, right? And then like if I'm doing like just art, like if I'm doing watercolor, all this different stuff, I prefer like a spiral journal or whatever. A stitch journal. They say it's a stitch. So if I'm doing a bullet journal, I want a stitch journal. If I don't, then I want like a spiral journal. I also like journals like I can take out of. So that's why I'm always with a happy planner. What are the best art journals? Okay, so Jane Davenport, they saying that's one good one because it's watercolor because the paper is thicker. You can do mixed media art journals, like get mixed media paper. Canson is a good paper. You can turn a book into an art journal. You could just like do gesso on every page before you start. You can make a do-it-yourself art book. You can do you can put brads inside a paper. You can just take paper and use brads. I like personally, I like when you like buy big sheets of paper and you like kind of fold it in half, especially if it's handmade paper and it has like that like wavy edge. I love that. So it's like I would love to just braid that together and work with it. They have I already talked about spiral binding. You want to make sure that like you have like all the type of tools that you want to work with, like markers, pens, paint brushes. If you can't do anything, like a ballpoint pen and a pencil or dope. Like it's like you could go a long way with a ballpoint pen and a pencil. I'm not joking. Like ask somebody that's an art student, they would tell you like, baby, please. And if you find a place like a bank or something that gives you the free ballpoint pens and they always have them in stock, make it a place that you visit and frequent and just take. Because I mean, for real, if you really doing art, you will understand what I'm talking about. It's like it doesn't matter the tools, for real. Like they don't have to be expensive all the time. Like you could just, as long as like if you just get like a kit with like, if you want to just use pencils, if you just get a kit with like beads, HB pencils, you got it's like different grades of pencils, and then you'll see like how soft and hard they are. Or if you want to use charcoals or whatever, like it's up to you. Pastels, chalk pastels, it's two of them. It's like a chalk pastel, and then it's like a soft pastel. So it's like one of them is soft, the other one is hard. You see what I'm saying? So it's like up to you. Acrylic paint, and that doesn't have to be expensive either. I always tell people Crayola is like my favorite because I work with cardboard and paper bags. And so Crayola kind of like makes it like a 3D effect or whatever. And it's like you don't have to do any other stuff to it. It's just like it just comes out so dope on cardboard. Watercolor. My best set is like one from like the 1960s or something that somebody gave me, and it was brand new. So I still had that set, but I think it's somewhere in storage. But watercolor is cool. Um, they say Jane Davenport has watercolor sets too. Stamps. I've been doing printmaking. Like I said, I haven't got into it. It's the house. I have to move it maybe into the kitchen because it's like it gets too dry in the other parts of the house because I guess it's cold. I don't know. But it's like maybe I have to do more with that. Ink pads, archival ink. Like that I would think do printmaking inks. Household items that you would need, like sponges and something to put the paint in. And then you just prepare all your art supplies. You just set everything up, and then that's how you get to start your art journal. So you can just like put in you can paint, you can use paper scraps, you can tools, you can create a background like with patterns, like with stamps and different things like that. You can even use paper to do that. You can make something a main image. Think about the main image, like the central part of what you're doing. Add some of your writing, add doodles and marks. You can add tips and ideas, all those different things. So all those things really do apply to just what you want to do. Layering is fun. Create a focal point. What does a focal what does a focal point mean? It's like it's just the focus of the picture. She said in photography and design there's a thing called the rule of thirds. So it's like, yeah, you cut it, everything is cut in 3, 6, 9, 12. You know what I'm saying? So that's more pleasing. You can make swatches. Like as soon as I get new paints, I take whatever materials I'm using and I put colors on there, and that's my swatch. So then I'll be able to see like what materials, like some things. Like I started working with black paper one time. All the colors don't show up on the black paper. So I put everything I use to see what's going to show up on the black paper so that it can come through. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when I'm doing something, I can already think about it. Then it's time for journaling, and that's it. Like it's just that's what you do. Um, I was gonna tell y'all about something else. That's it though. But it's like it gets like all this emotions, ideas, lists, lyrics, different types of art journals. Like it's like all these different things. Like you can just get all this stuff out. um I do a lot of research, like so I put like science stuff into my art journals too, like because I think science art is art. I think math is art. So sometimes you'll find like different, if you looked in my journals, you might find me doing like stopping and just solving math problems, because I think math is like numbers are beautiful, right. So that's it. So for the 11-day creativity challenge, the first one is paint a flower. So y'all, I'm gonna show y'all what I've been doing, because yesterday I was actually supposed to like sew a flower, but today I just woke up and worked on these. Like last night I started working on these. So this is my flower for whatever, because it's like putting a flower together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm going to make the paper dolls, but what am I trying to tell you? Like I'm painting these, the journal. So anyway, yeah, so I was like, okay, let me think of a flower in a different way. So this was part of my flower because I wanted to actually take some fabric and make a flower. Like, so I was going to actually take some of my fabrics and just cut out the shape, and then just because I have a purse already made. So that's still something I'm going to finish tonight. So then today also I get to dance. Tomorrow is, tomorrow's draw a self-portrait. Day 4 is write a poem. Day 5 is design a room in your house. Day 6 is color. Day 7 is record a video of yourself. Day 8, and it's like doing art stuff. Day 8, learn how to do a needlework craft. I have like I have to do some darning. I got a wool. Y'all, I love darning. So I have a new wool scarf. I just made. Where's my R? So I just made the R for it and whatever for Ruby. And so it has a few holes in it. Like here you can see through the hole. So it's like darning is just like I weave. So darning is just weaving with thread. So all I'm gonna do is just like take a bunch of colors. Like I just pick a bunch of different colors of thread and just sit in the bed at night and just darn. Like just, and that's how people fix wool socks too. I think it is like the best patch. It is the cutest patch that you will ever see in your life. So then on top of that, I started designing bags today. And the design that I had in mind was quilting. So this is the first thing I make. Like I made a muff. And so it could be for a gentleman though, but it's like a muff because I found this piece of fur, because muffs are usually fur. But then I found this fabric, and I saw this side of the fabric, like the dull side. So I just pick fabrics before I leave the house. Like, I don't even have light in the room. I just grab whatever. So then I got her and I was like, oh, that's what that looks like. So anyway, it's my poor man's muff. But that's the first thing. And it'll be warm because no air can go through the front, go through the fur or the back. So then I started thinking about flowers, right? So I was like, okay, what can I do to make a flower bag? So this is like my flower bag, right? So I was thinking, okay, how many panels can I put together? Like, how many triangular panels? So the other idea I had was quilting, right? So I was like, okay, let me put these together as if I were going to quilt. So I wanted it to actually be the other way, like thick with like maybe something in the middle of it, but I don't have anything to put in the middle of it. So it's like, work with what you got and see what you come up with. So those are ways that I like challenge myself. So this is how I come up with this bag that reminds me of a flower. So then it's like I have this bag, and it was the same idea. It's just quilting. I just wanted to be like, okay, I want this. It's cold outside here, y'all. So it's like, I want this to be like a quilt. So once again, I use the fabrics and I come up with ideas that will just like, okay, so, and all of this is derived from yesterday that says paint a flower. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, how many different ideas can I come up with what I got? Like, I got to work with what I got. And so I've been here since about 12:30, and I designed these 3 bags, and since 2 bags and a muff since 12:30. So that was it. So that's all it is. It's like, you have to like, it's not something you have to do, but it's like, what I'm saying is like, art therapy can release like just so much for you. Like it's like something where I have a lot of stuff. Some of these things I give away, some of them I'm like, no, I gotta sell them. So people are like, why haven't you started selling bags? Well, it's only been like, I've been designing them only for now, y'all. This is the second month. You would think I've been designing because I got a box of, I got 2 big boxes of bags. Like I think I have over 100 bags designed, and I haven't sold not one of them. And it's because I didn't put them on I haven't even tried. I tried though. Then I tried, and they tried to like run game on me or something about the stuff. So that's it. Right now, that's what it was. It was just, I tried, and they tried to like mess me over with the stuff at I'm gonna say Hullabaloo, but it's a place called Avalon. So I sell there all the time. And yeah, they just tried to like get away with not paying me the correct amount for the bag. So I was like, nah, I never had this problem. So that's what it is. So where we at? Build something. I've been wanting to use those cardboard pieces, like those cardboard, which is like probably gonna be like my next buy. It's like these, because I got a lot of cardboard because I order a lot of Amazon. So it's like these pieces, like where you could put like cardboard puzzles together or whatever. Like not cardboard puzzle. You can make a cardboard puzzle, but it's like you can build like little houses and stuff in your house with cardboard. So that's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So that's something else I think will become my next adventure. So I'm putting the 11-day challenge on her. And what about the cardboard pieces? Let's see. What do they call them? Cardboard hinges? I don't know. Nah. Cardboard building kit. Okay, yeah, it's called Make-A-Do. So the stuff I'm talking, yeah, I've been wanting this Make-A-Do set for like a very, very long time. And it is like, let me put it in my, so I did the flowers, but yeah, it's called Make-A-Do, upcycle cardboard. So they have like these little pieces that you can put into the Make-A-Do, and it'll help like stabilize like when you build something, so you can snap it together. So long reach shaft, a snap fit with a screw. Oh, this is the little handle that it comes with. It comes with a knife, which I could really use the glow forge to cut if I really have something to do. But that's what it is. It's just like these little pieces. I guess they like little screws or something you put together. Let me see. So yeah, it's a saw, which I use a lot of cardboard too. Oh my god, it's like a little knife color, and then it's like a little thing that helps it connect. So they screw in there to hold the cardboard together. Oh y'all, I have so but yeah, it's called Make a Do Explore. It's a construction upcycle cardboard construction toolkit in a small, like I've done little bits. I like little bits. Little bits are expensive, so they stole my little bits, y'all. They were like 100 something bucks. Like these white women just kept coming after me, and they look like they're from Saturday Night Live. Like I told y'all, they was stalking me from Saturday Night Live too. So these women just kept coming for everything. So my little bits, I think they were stolen. But little bits are expensive. So little bits is like, and I think I have this in one of Blake's. I don't have Make a Do in his Make a Do in little bits. So I don't have Make a Do in there, but I have little bits in there. So little bits is like you create a circuit. And then Vex Robotics. Vex is dope too. So little bits like it's like for kids, but they create a circuit so they can create lights, they can create a doorbell. Like if you're working on like a little tiny house or something like that, like a doll house, like it'll help you put lights and stuff in the house. And they can actually do it themselves. They can wire the house up themselves. I'm talking about at 5 years old, they can do it. So little bits is expensive. They do have a teacher's discount, but that's it. Like it's not a big one. It's like I think 20% is just the tax that pretty much takes up. But other than that, it's like little bits is dope too. So Make a Do little bits. Vex is more like you get the program, but you gotta have like the type of computer. Like I think I do Mac, so I think you have to have a like a what is this thing called, a Microsoft? What is it? What do you call this other computer? Y'all, I don't know what you call this computer. I'm so serious. I am just not into it. You have a Microsoft computer, and Vex will like help you with like sensors and stuff. So little bits can do the same thing, but Vex is like more sensors. So those are like things like if your kid likes construction and all that stuff, I would just invest in Make a Do little bits in Vex. Like I mean, the stuff is kind of dope. It's like that's the type of stuff I like to play with, y'all. Next, upcycle a piece of clothing. I haven't chosen anything yet. Write a story about your life, which I told y'all, like you can. That's like the Bible. Like it's like people don't understand how important it is. If you live in your own life, how important it is for you to like. You can write a story about yourself. You know, no, it doesn't always have to be like the things that are captivating to me are like stories that people. It's like about the person themselves. Like Google just had me with when they did the Valentine's Day candies and they had the stories. You click on the candy and it has a story. And like my favorite one is when the lady she got married and left in her wedding dress. And I probably would do the same thing. I'm telling you, like y'all, because love is a hard thing. Um, coming to terms with love and just having to coming to terms with being in love and then having to share something with somebody else. That's some deep stuff. I was actually gonna play Drake. I guess it's fuck me, but let's play Love by what's his name? Um, what's his music? Soul Child. But yeah, like coming to terms with just having to now share what you have with somebody wholeheartedly, and if you'll be able to actually turn yourself over to this person, give you all, if they, and you have to give them all of you honestly and purely, it is like such a, I have to come with terms with that. Can I do this for the real or do I do this for the fake? Because a lot of y'all fake. So it's like, uh, you see what I'm saying? And it that's what it is. I just think that is like the most precious story because she says she got back and he just opened the door and just let her in. Like he didn't ask her any questions. And that's so, I don't know, it's so just empowering to me. Like for you to like take time and think about, is this really what I need to do? You see what I'm saying? But she came back. So that's the dopest part of everything. So let's listen to it. And we can move into, I'll do a DJ show on a different one, but it's like, yeah, art therapy. It's like, it's so fun. It's fun. It's good for you. It's good for your soul. But I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a path you're looking to different love. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, coming on my step by you. What is it to you're never back? Oh, you're so bad. Sometimes you're lost without the joy you heard. No, a better one. Trust you will choose you first. No, no, waiting for the chance to get to know you. From the thought of losing you. With no doubts and no fears and no questions. No, for you, you'll never be. Love, see you sometimes go astray. Throughout the earth, sometimes the joy is hurt. Love, for better or worse, I still feel you. At first it didn't mean as much to me. Now that I've found you got to know I'm true. Love, love, throughout the earth, sometimes joy is hurt. Love, for better or worse, I still will choose you first. Love, love, this show. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I hope y'all get some art done. Like, um, it's just something I share because I do a lot, y'all. Like I really do transfer my ideas to the next one. I really do make stuff that I want to make. Like some of the things that I haven't been able to make, like is dolls houses and stuff like that. Like I'll get started on the doll house, I'll get stalked, and then I have to leave the doll house behind. So it's like, and they don't want me to make a doll house because that's something they destroyed in the flood. So it'd be like all the stuff from childhood that they take away. And so this time I just make it myself. Like it's like fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's probably my dog, my company, everything. And you sitting up here trying to fuck with me. So Barbie probably is like my company. So it's like, that's all it is. It's like I just I make it. I stand and I deliver. I do what I'm doing. And I need to move into a sketchbook, and I haven't busted out a new one yet because the one I'm using, I started off as a Schiaparelli sketchbook to like start doing everything. But I use a planner too. Like I use Happy Planner because I think I'm gonna start doing shows again. But that's it. Like I just I don't know. Where would I be without art? Where would I be without music? So that's what it is. Anyway, that's it for this show again. Shante Brown, under Black Unicorns, telling you guys to have a great day. Have a good day. So yeah, I'm gonna come back, y'all, with a DJ show. I want to hear some music.